Okay, so I pressed all the buttons. The paper is cut to specifications. It's in the drawer. The lasers have been wiped down. And after I did the 5-button combination, it went to a solid red. Okay, there we go. Now it's rotating. So in your help documentation online, it doesn't state that it won't immediately rotate. It'll sit there with a red, 5 red lights. So I ask that you update that documentation. It's rotating. It has interrupted itself. I have the latest firmware that you asked for. I am following the 5-button procedure. And there's the quarter turn interruption that happens. Again, there's no litter in it. I've cut a piece of paper to specifications, and I've wiped the lasers above. Again, this unit is, 6 weeks old, and actually the whole base unit was replaced. So the base unit is 2.5 weeks old. So the only thing that's original is obviously the gray globe inside. So in theory, this thing should, work the way you all expect it, from factory. Okay, so, I just did some filler time here because it stopped and we're waiting. I don't know why it stopped here. Again, it's basically a brand new base. Okay, so it's interesting. I've never seen like solid green lights going. So that's new. Usually it's like light yellowish lights when it turns that way. So now it's rotating. I made sure that the litter was just below the line as recommended in another email and not at the line. There's the floor dropping. Oh, this is the first time in product ownership for me that it didn't stop when it went by the lasers. That little skirt usually causes the line breakage of it. So that's a new positive development. There's the flashing lights as noted in your help desk, and it stopped again. I don't know why it's stopping there. You can see the white piece of paper. Maybe this is the part where it's calibrating because it's going back the other way. Okay, I understand that. There's the white piece of paper. I'm assuming it's calibrating again on the other side to get both depth and width with nothing in it. Okay, it's returning to home position. Thinking of this, it'd be great if you all sold, I need to check online, maybe you do, but, sold a solution that I can use to clean that back end. Obviously, the cats are not, archery specialists. So wherever it's aimed, right? But at least it's not, out the front. But anyways, so things are rotating. It's at line level, it looks like. Well, just below the line, because that's what was suggested before in the past. The lights, and now it's blue. I will run a test cycle here. Do I want to put a bag in? I don't want to put a bag in. Let's just see what happens. I want to see if it stops with nothing in it other than the white piece of paper. So I have the latest firmware that you gave me as of this morning. I did the 5-button calibrations. There's still a plain white piece of paper at the bottom which I will leave. Oh, it interrupted itself. Quarter turn after the calibration. There's nothing in it. It hasn't even breached, you know, anything with the lasers or whatever. So I don't know what sensor is getting tripped when that happens. I mean, is there a sensor on that flap there that's maybe causing a weight trigger from when the litter falls down? I don't know. This is very intriguing to me. I don't know why I'm the special person that's having this problem with the interruption. So we'll just keep the camera going because I want to show that, you know, I've done the calibration instructions. I want to see if it will trigger itself again when the floor drops down. And I guess the trigger pause is a 30-second timeout, maybe 40. So let's see if when the floor drops down, as you can see, there's nothing in the bottom here. There goes the litter, working as expected. There's the floor drop down. Let's see if it stops. Okay, the paper is still at the bottom, collecting, which is fine. That's great. Okay, so I guess, you know, we've fixed one interruption problem with this process, which is when the floor dropped down, it would 100% always cause it. So that's good. I'm still concerned that we have that initial quarter turn interruption, which doesn't seem to me to be caused by the lasers, or maybe it is. Maybe it's all that running litter that looks like a motion, and maybe that's oversensitive. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But I think the firmware and then the reset of the buttons and the recalibration with the paper fixed one of the problems. So here it is returning back to its original state. And I think we can consider this a partial success with simple firmware updates and a reset. Thank you.